Oh yes! Merry Christmas, Mandingos. Right. Mandingo. So welcome back to the Blot Outdoor Show, folks, and thank you so much for joining me on this Christmas Eve wild camping video. Unfortunately, little Mick couldn't join me on this one. I'll explain more about that later on, guys. You better believe I will. Yes, this is going to be a great camp. It's not a stealthy one, just a nice chilled out wild camp where I've got some lovely wasky to do a world famous review. I've got some nice food to cook. No Uncle Bensky, no, I'm going to cook myself like a nice little makeshift dinner. Oh yes, I'm looking forward to that. I've got loads of snacks as usual, guys. I'm going to talk loads of shite. You better believe we are, and you know the score on the Blot Outdoor Show. Okay then, folks, I'll bring you absolute legends back when we get a little bit closer to my camping spot. You know it makes total sense. Right, guys, I'm going to have to get a move on. It's going to be pitch black in like half an hour, and I want to get to the camping spot and show you it properly before it's dark. I've actually camped here before. I think it was like nearly 3 years ago. It's a proper dodgy spot on the edge of a cliff. You might be able to make out over there where the cliffs come out there, so we'll have to go up some steps up there along the top, and then you go down like a steep grass bank, which I fell down last time I camped there. Go back and check that video out, guys. I'm sure you'll laugh at us. I'm forgetting what to say. I could have been along by now, but I passed one lad fishing by himself, and he says, "Oh, Blot, my wife watches you." So I've been stood talking to him, shook hands with him, and then I walked past another 3 lads fishing, and them all recognised us. Oh, they're saying, "That's that mad bugger that camps on roundabouts." So I've stood there talking to them. That set me back 20 minutes. It's going to take me another, I don't know, 10 minutes I think to get to my camping spot. So yeah, I'm going to get a move on. Whew. And I'll see you, absolute legends, when I'm making my way down the grass bank. And fingers crossed I don't fall over this time. Nice. Nearly there, guys. Got to be careful, because one slip and it's curtains if I go down there. So I've just got this light shining on my feet so I can see exactly where I'm standing. You know, it makes sense. that's where I'm going, folks. Just down there. There's a nice little spot, just big enough for one tent. This is where I slipped down last time. I only slipped on my arse, I didn't hurt myself. I shouldn't be recording this really, because you can hold your hands out to balance yourself. If I go, I could break my selfie stick, which I've done a few times before. Oh yes. It's having all the weight on your back of the old Baghdad, on your back brownie, pushing us down, you know. The old gravity. Right guys, this torch is blinding us. I'll bring you back in a couple of seconds. Here we are. I'll get the big torch on soon so you can see better. I don't want to walk any further towards the edge. You've got Hartlepool down in that direction. And you've got Sunderland in that direction, and even further on you've got South Shields. Yes. Okay then guys, I'm going to get this bag off, get my tent up as quick as I can. I was certain I was going to get pulled down there off all this weight, the old gravitational pull pork, but I'm here safe and sound. Let's get this tent set up. Right. Lights. There we go folks, I'm all set up. Got the Christmas lights on. We are getting in the Christmas spirit. Before I show you all my shit, I'm gonna just sit down and chill out for a bit. Enjoy a nice can dingo of cider. I've got to be really careful watching where I walk on this one guys. Not so much now, but later on, after I've had a few shandies, you know what I'm talking about. Oh yes. Let's get sat down here. Oh, it's getting a little bit chilly, so I think I'll get me extra jacket on soon. Cheers man dingoes. Yeah, that looks good doesn't it? With the Christmas lights on there. It's took us a bit longer to get set up, you know, compared to normal. Having to try and wrap them round the pole. The lights were all getting tangled. I was like, oh, good God almighty. But it's worth it now. Lights. Yes. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly talk about something now, guys. I'll make this quick. I know everyone is, and me especially, we were all looking forward for little Mick, my good friend, the human dorsal fin. I was really looking forward for him coming out and doing this Christmas camp. We were planning to do the one where we were going to take the e-bike out. We were going to fasten like a kid's buggy trailer thing to the back. Them lights we were going to have on the buggy where Mick was sitting, and we were going to go off somewhere for a camp. But sadly, and I have asked little Mick for permission to mention this, and he said that it's fine. Little Mick's mum passed away a few days ago, so that's why little Mick isn't out camping with me tonight, guys. there's more important things, isn't there, than getting out and making a video. Mick obviously wants me to come out and still camp. He watches all my videos, so I know Mick will be watching this now. So Mick, this one's for you, my little man friend. Cheers, pal. I hope you're okay. You and all your family. I don't really know what to say, guys. It's awful, isn't it? I'm thinking of you, mate, and I'm dedicating this video to you, you absolute little legend of a man, and all your family. And we're all thinking of you. I'm sure everyone watching this now is thinking of you, mate. Yep, that's it. I love you, Mick. Stay strong, and fingers crossed you're back out on another stealth camp or wild camp very soon. Right. Okay then, my fansexuals, it's time to show you my setup for tonight, and all my food and drinks and all that carry on. How then, here we go. So I've got the foil mat down, guys, as usual, the Berghaus sleeping pad, my old stinking 4-season sleeping bag, smells of wet dog, got my pillow there, Baghdad's there, with all my bits and pieces in, you know, me power bank and wires and other bits of shit. I've got some more dry clothes and that down there for later on, some dry warm clothes, tent bag there. I keep all the loose bags of everything else all inside there, so I know where to find them. Bin diesels there for all my shit. Okay then, guys, time to show you my food and drink for tonight. Here we go. So I'm gonna attempt at making like a little makeshift dinner, and it looks like it's gonna be a disaster already. I got one of these frozen Yorkshire puddings and I cooked it in the house. You know, they go in the oven for like 6 minutes or something like that. It's gone as flat as a pancake. But that should fit exactly in this pansexual. The old pansexual, yeah. What I was planning on doing was, because the Yorkshire pudding, it was like raised up at the sides there, but it's all gone flat. I was going to put inside the Yorkshire pudding, some stewed steak with gravy, peas and carrots and new potatoes, all inside the Yorkshire pudding, and I'll just eat it straight out the pansexual. The old pansexual. What else have I got? That's going to be my main meal. I've got some Brown's Biltong barbecue flavour. The link will be in the description, guys, for Brown's. Click the link, use the code Mandingo for your discount. You better believe it. I've got some Italian cheese and ham. No, is it? Salami and cheese selection, I should say it. I've got some nice biscuits. They're not called nice, they're called nice. Aye, why I, mate? I'll call them nice. You better believe I will. Anything else? Oh yes, I've got 2 video nasties. I've got the meatball Maradona one and the Cajun spice chicken one. I'm going to have that in a minute because I'm getting a little bit peckish. Drinks. I've got 3 cans of Strongbow cider left. I've already had one, and I've treated myself, same as though it's Christmas, to a nice bottle of sherry. It's just the Morrison's one, but it's the Morrison's the best one. That should be nice. I've never had sherry for ages, and I do love this beard. I do love I do love a nice sherry. Whiskey. I've got this kindly given to me from a lovely couple by the name of Michelle and Lee. Thank you so much, you absolute legends. I will certainly do a review later. This beard's doing me in. I will certainly do a review on this later on. Old Grandad. Well, I'm a granddad, but I'm just like a young granddad, if you know what I'm talking about, guys. Old Grandad Kentucky Straight Bourbon. So I'm looking forward to doing a review on that. That's about it, guys. Oh, I've got a couple of mince pies, sweet mince pies, just to get in that Christmas spirit. Plenty of water there. I've got some coffee, just black, just black coffee. I might have an Irish coffee. And once you've had black, guys, there's no going back. You know what I'm talking about, Mandingos. That's it. That's my setup for tonight. That's everything done dingoed, as they say in the doodine. Oh yes. I think it's time for another Candingo. And I'll bring you legends back when I think there's some more shite to talk about. Ha ha, yeah. Oh, you don't want to fall down there, guys. I'll wake up dead. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's nice. Very nice indeed, guys. Lovely drop of sherry. Like I said, it's just the Morrison's own brand. The best. I'm no sherry expert, so to be honest, I wouldn't know if it was the best, the worst, or whatever. But that is nice. And while I'm getting in the Christmas spirit, I might as well have a mince pie, sweet mince, from Greg's, good old Gleggy's taxis. Perfect Mondo Mandingos. Well, while I'm sitting here in the tent, I've got the door wide open here. I've still got my dirty boots on, so I've got my feet out in the vestibule. Vestibule, vestibule. Oh, I love my vestibule, oh Vesta. I love my vestibule, hoo, 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 hoo. Oh, my vestibule, I love my vestibule. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, I've got my feet out in the vestibule, the old vestibulski. I can see three different boats or ships just out there at the sea, the North Sea. Nice. Absolutely fantastic. Just sitting here relaxing, listening to the sound of the sea, looking out at them ships. Class. Might as well answer a little question, guys, while I'm already talking shite. That was lovely. I've never had a sweet mince pie for ages. And them ones from Gleggy's Taxis are really nice. I'm going to wash it down with a nice drop of sherry. This is what it's all about, Mandingos. You better believe it is. Aye. I've had quite a few people asking us, some people concerned, and there's no need to be, about my little dog, Messi. Messi, the hiking dog. People are wondering if he's okay. Yes, he's very well. He's getting old now. He's only a tiny little dog, and he's like 12 now. So he is starting to slow right down. I can tell if I take him out for a walk, you know, like just a local walk. The poor little bugger, he's blowing, you know, he's panting. That was more like Mrs. Blot, that. You know what I'm talking about, Mandingos. Yeah, you can't do the long walks that he used to. But I think next year, you know, like I've said, I'm going to start and make a wild camping video every week. Whether I'm in the Lake District, Northumberland, Yorkshire, the Peak District. I'm going to start and bring Missy on some. Because I'm going to be by myself 90% of the time. I might do some meetups with other YouTubers. In the new year, you know. But like I say, most of the time I'm going to be by myself. So Messi will be good company. It's just nice to have him along, but I'll have to I can only bring him on the ones where I'm not going to be hiking too far. Obviously I'm no fitness fanatic. I'm not like Bushman and Blue and people like that who are running up mountains without even taking a break. I'm more like falling down mountains. Yeah, but I think I will bring Messi on some wild camps next year, just on the short ones, on the low mountains or big hills, as they say it, in the deepest forests of the Congo. So that's that question answered, guys. Messi is fitting well. He's still a little bugger. He's a fantastic little dog, and you will see him out on some wild camps with me next year. I'm going to enjoy a little bit more sherry. Lovely jubbly. Nice. Mason.
Time for a little chest warmer. Yeah.
Oh yes, nice little chest warmer, guys. Just what you need. The temperature has dropped big time over the last half an hour. Pardonsky. Starting to get a little bit windy as well. Sitting here on a cliff edge overlooking the North Sea. It is an absolutely freezing cold place to be. Oh yes, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. You better believe it, Mandingos. Lies. Oh yes. Well, while I've got your attention, might as well answer a little question, and it's regarding Christmas. Over this last couple of weeks, quite a few people have been asking, Mandingo, will you be going out doing a stealth camp or a wild camp on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Well, no, I won't be. If you're watching this video now, guys, as it's gone on YouTube tonight, you know, fresh as Mickey Robson's underpants, you'll be watching this on Christmas Eve. You might have waited a day. You'll be watching on Christmas Day. Either way, Merry Christmas, Mandingos. You know it makes sense. Oh yes. No, I won't be going out camping on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I've made this video a few days before Christmas. I've got a family. I'm a family guy. Peter Griffin. I've almost got Peter Griffin's body. If I carry on drinking and eating all these takeaways, I'm only joking. My body is a temple. I'm just wrapped up in all my layers, which is making me look like the Michelin man. I'm enjoying that. Yes. So that's the answer to that question, guys. It's a quick one. I won't be camping on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I've made this video a few days before Christmas. Like I said, I'm a family guy. I've got my wife, Mrs. Blott, with the sexy bot, my son. I've got 2 stepdaughters, their partners. I've got 2 granddaughters. I've got a grandson. So Christmas is a busy time, as you guys know. What will my Christmas day involve? Well, Christmas morning we'll be up. You know what it's like, up early, rough as toast. No, I'm determined. Sorry about the wind noise, guys. The wind is picking up. I'm determined not to have a drink on Christmas Eve. It just ruins your Christmas day, doesn't it? I've done that many times before. I've been in the bad books with Mrs. Blott more than once, let's just say that. But I will have a good drink on Christmas Day after Christmas dinner. Talking about Christmas dinner, we are going out for Christmas dinner. So our plan for Christmas Day is on the morning we'll get up, open the presents with my son. My mum and dad will pop over. My 2 stepdaughters will pop over with the grandkids. They'll open their presents. Poor Mrs. Blott, she works in a pub, so she's at work on Christmas Day, 11 o'clock in the morning, and then she finishes at 2:30. Then we're booked for our Christmas dinner in a pub, you know, like a pub restaurant in Sunderland city centre. So I'm looking forward to that. Yes, all of us together, my parents, me and Mrs. Blott and my son, stepdaughters, their partners, grandkids, my stepdaughters, their dad's coming. Obviously that's, pardon, Mrs. Blott's ex. I've got no problem with that. I love me 2 stepdaughters and that's their dad. I've been with Mrs. Blott 18 years. We all get on really well. So we'll all be there having a great time. And that's what it's all about. So cheers, Mandingos. If you're watching this on Christmas Eve, have a great time. Don't drink too much tonight, Mandingos. Keep it nice and fresh so you can enjoy your Christmas Day. If you're watching this on Christmas Day, I hope you've had a great time. If you're watching on Boxing Day, what did I say about that? Have a great week. You know what I'm talking about, Mandingos. And the New Year's coming soon. I'm not even going to say Happy New Year yet, because you know me, guys, I'll be out again soon and there'll be a video that's all about a new year. You better believe there will be. Cheers, guys. When you join me back, I think I'll be in the old Tendingo and we will talk some more shite as usual. Oh, yes. Merry Christmas, Mandingos. Lysicles. Merry Christmas, guys. Me selfie stick has snapped. Oh. Well, that's just the way it goes, Mandingos, on a Blot Outdoor show. I think I'm going to have to invest in something a little bit better. That's what happens when all your gear is absolute cheap shite. Stick around, guys, for the world famous Wasky review coming very soon, Mandingos. You better believe it is, and you know it makes absolute total sense. Merry Christmas, Lysicles. Ho ho, yes, Mandingos. You know what time it is. Wasky time. And this is what we've got this week. Old Grandad Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Kindly bought for me from a lovely couple by the name of Michelle and Lee. Thank you so much, my absolute man and woman friend Dingos. It is very much appreciated. Okay then guys, somewhere here in the dark I've got the old famous Cub Dingo, Mandingos, and let's get that popped in there. Oh yeah. I'm struggling here holding the camera because I've snapped the selfie stick. So I'm making the best with what I've got. It's a Merry Christmas camp gone wrong, Dingo Mandingos, as they say it, in the southeastern region of Mongolia. Here we go. And let's get the old big rooney in it. It's got your typical bourbon smell, but quite mild, to be honest. Yes, quite a mild bourbon smell. A few spices I think are in there, and not much else going on, to be honest. Got your typical bourbon smell, like I've said. Few spices, and maybe the slightest little bit of vanilla in that smell. The vanilla is very common. The vanilla is very common in a bourbon whiskey. Anyway guys, that's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting. Mice. And like I said with the smell, the taste is actually like a nice mild bourbon taste. It's not overpowering, it's not too strong. Have you ever tried Jack Daniels? Whenever anyone has a Jack Daniels, they normally have it with Coke or some other mixer. And if you try it neat, it's very tarty, it's very sweet. Kinda. It takes you back a bit, doesn't it? You're like, whoa. Very strong in the taste. Oh, Mason. Oh. This is actually quite mild for a bourbon, which I don't mind. It's going down smooth, almost like leathery in the mouth. Yeah, like a leather texture. Good old leatherhead in the old mouth, Dingo Mandingos. Yeah, that vanilla acid in the smell. Ugh. Ah, it's pretty big. Oh, it's making a struggle. There you go. The vanilla acid in the smell. It's there now in the taste. Very nice. Very nice indeed. I've had a few quality bourbons over this last year. And now, I've got to be honest, I'm doing these reviews, and I always like to be honest, guys. It's not quite doing it for us like some other bourbons that I've had. But I will say it's slightly better than your typical Jack Daniels or Jim Beams. Some people think that Jack Daniels is the only bourbon out there. It's Jack Daniels this and it's Jack Daniels that. Don't get me wrong, I love a Jack Daniels, but there is bourbons out there that's a million times better. Just Jack Daniels has got like the most, it's the most popular name, isn't it? It's the one everyone thinks of when you're thinking of this type of whiskey. Yeah. A few spices, just little spices. It's not like you're not getting any kick to it or anything like that. Nice and leathery. The vanilla's there. And after a few tastes, you've got that oak thing coming through. The vanilla and the oak are so common, so popular in a bourbon. Down the hatch, guys. When you swallow a big gulp, just like what I've done there, it's got like, it's very short in the length of how long the whiskey taste is in your mouth. You get a big strong flavour, but after just a couple of seconds it goes quite quick. So there you go, guys. Old Grandad Dingo, kindly bought for me from Lee and Michelle. Thank you so much, that is really kind of you. Time for the old score dingo, mandingos. I'm going to give that a very decent, a very steady, not the best bourbon I've ever had, but I have really enjoyed it. I have. I would say it's better than your typical Jack Daniels and Jim Beam, but not quite as good as like a Woodford Reserve or something like that. So I'm still going to give it a solid, steady, very respectable 8.2 out of 10 dingo mandingos. Oh yes, you better believe I am. Yes. And you know what I'm talking about, mandingos. This is serious wild camping. Christmas wild camping. Right. Merry Christmas, mandingos. Oh. Oh yes, guys. That's what I'm talking about. You better believe it. Oh yes. Lovely, nice hot stewed steak, new potatoes, peas, carrots and gravy. Yorkshire pudding going on soon. Rice. Oh yes, guys. You know, it makes sense. Get that in the old pansexual. The old pansexual. Pansexuality. Look at that. A thing of beauty. Here we go, folks. I'm making the best with what I've got. The selfie stick is snapped, so I've got my phone standing up in my shoe with a little bit of selfie stick that's remaining. Look at that, guys. Lovely jubbly. Makeshift dinner. This is what it's all about. Just what I need, because it is getting very cold now. To be honest, it's nowhere near the coldest night I've ever camped out on, but that sea breeze, you know, that wind coming in off the North Sea is bitterly cold. So a nice hot meal. It's just the dub dingo. Just the job dingo for me, mandingos. Dob dingo. Oh yes. Anyone can make this when they were camping. So simple. I know if you were going up the mountains, any wild campers that's watching, you might be thinking, you can't take tin food out with you, all that weight. Okay, fair enough. You don't want to be carrying so much weight up a mountain, but I'm not doing that today. I'm just at ground level, you know. I don't mind carrying the weight for such a nice meal. Perfect. The Yorkshire pudding is a little bit of a disaster movie. Flat as a pancake. But still going to be nice when I get down to it and eat a nice soggy Yorkshire pudding with gravy on. If you're from the north of England, guys, you wouldn't mind that. A lovely hot soggy Yorkshire pudding with peas and gravy. Look at that, man. Look at that. You look at all them food reviews I do by myself, with Mrs. Blott, Little Mick or Young Chris, and this beats it all. This absolutely beats it all. Hands down. Underpants down. Fantastic one. Oh yes. Well, I'm now working my way down to the Yorkshire Pud. And when I get down to the Yorkshire pudding, I'm going to need 2 hands to get it out and rip it apart and get stuck in. So before I do that, I'm going to take this chance now to say a massive thank you to all you absolute legends of subscribers who have supported my channel over this last week. First of all, guys, I just want to say it's absolutely unreal how you've managed to do this, you know, how kind you are to go out your way and buy me a coffee in this last week leading up to Christmas. You've all got your families to think of, which is the main thing, and it's so kind of you to take that time and to buy me a coffee. If you haven't, guys, don't worry about that. These videos are there for everyone to watch. Just give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. That'll do dingo for me, man dingoes. But if you have gone out your way and you bought me a coffee, thank you so much, you absolute bunch of legends. This one is an extra special thank you to all you absolute unbelievable legends of subscribers. Get your words out, Chris. Oh my God, what a meal. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Once again, there's your names down there and down there. I'm trying to say that and enjoy this unbelievable hot meal at the same time. And it's making me mumble my words. Say that, mind. It's the drink. It's the drink that makes me mumble my words. I've got no excuses. Thank you so much, you absolute bunch of legends. I really do appreciate it. I love you all. I'm now going to get stuck into my flat as a pancake Yorkshire pudding. You better believe I am. And when I bring you legends back, I'm going to be tucked away in the sleeping bag, and I'll be ready to say good night Vienna and bonjour Lycicles. Okay then, folks, I'm as snug as a bog in a rug. It's just after 2 o'clock in the morning, so it's definitely time to get some sleep. I think I'll sleep like a baby. I'm really tired, guys, so I'm going to say to you, arrivederci, and I will see you absolute legends first thing in the morning at coffee time. You better believe I will, and you know it makes absolute total sense. Good night, Vienna. See you in the morning. Right. Oh, yes. Good morning, Mandingos. 8:35. It's been as windy as hell all night. I left my seat outside. I'm expecting it to be gone. I'm expecting it to have been blown over the edge. We'll see. Oh, I'll have to go outside in a minute anyway for a quick slash Gordon. And then we'll get packed away. Alright. I'll see you in a minute, guys. Bring you back in a second. There we go, my fansexuals, all packed away. Baghdad's ready to put on the old macaroni. Bin diesel with all my shite. You can see here was where I had the tent. And you can see how close I was to the edge from U2. During the night when it was blowing a gale, I was thinking to myself, please God, I hope I don't get blown over. But everything was okay. I'll live to tell the tale. You know what I'm talking about, Mandingos. Okay then guys, that's the way I've got to go up that steep bank. I'll bring you legends back, making our way back along to Mrs. Blood's car. I nearly said Van Dingo. Right. So that's it folks. That's the end of this week's camping video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had absolutely great time as usual. If you're watching this on Christmas Eve, I hope you have a fantastic day tomorrow guys. If you're watching this on Christmas Day, enjoy the rest of your day. Don't drink too much. If you're watching this after Christmas, all I can say guys is thank you so much for watching everybody. It is very much appreciated. And that's about it. Please join me next Friday and next Sunday for my next 2 videos. Enjoy your Christmas with your families. Be nice to everyone. Peace out homies. See you later. Right.
Oh, matron.
You know, it's make turtle shells bite very nice.